What would be extremely scary if it were 10 times its normal size? Praying mantis. Edit, so many good book recommendations and even thank you kind strangers for the awards. Those who volunteered to be injected with praying mantis DNA, I've got some good news and some bad news. The bad news is that we're postponing those tests indefinitely. The good news is, we've got a much better test for you, fighting an army of mantis men. Pick up a rifle and follow the yellow line. You'll know when the test starts. Elephants are scary. Now imagine a 70-ton elephant. This is the way I was thinking. People keep naming small things like bugs or spiders. 10 times bigger would be a little worse, but a small spider multiplied by 10 is still pretty small. Now imagine a silverback gorilla that's 10 times bigger. A literal fucking King Kong. Or even like, a bald eagle. A regular eagle might come down and snag your little dog or cat. Now imagine one with a 60 feet wingspan. Terrifying? Crabs. I can't believe how low this is. Their pincers already hurt like hell, so imagine one 10 times bigger, this hard-shelled tank with giant claws that could just crush your bones and tiny claws that pick at your flesh since they aren't picky eaters, and would likely slowly devour you. Ants. Could you imagine how strong they would be then? That and also this. Me, hey Google, how many ants are estimated to be on Earth? At least 20 quadrillion, scientists say. Biologists scoured hundreds of studies of ant populations around the globe to arrive at a startling new estimate of their numbers, 20 quadrillion, or about 2.5 million for every person on Earth. Earwigs. Yes, yes, yes. Just earlier I went to grab my partner's shoes he'd left in the garage, and they were crawling with earwigs on the inside. Icky. Once, I was convinced that the term earwig had to be some sort of translation error. So I looked up the etymology and... nope. I meant literally an ear bug. While they don't actually bother with human ears, someone in history figured they weren't just gross enough on their own. Those motherfucking June bugs, whatever you call 'em, always flying directly towards your face. Add cicadas to that list. Imagine how loud they'd be if they were 10 times larger. Cicadas, I used to enjoy catching them when I was 8 years old. I'd always catch and release. I had one land on my pant leg last week, 1 week after my dad's passing. Normally, I don't like bugs landing on me, but I was so cool and calm about it and just let it stay there for several minutes. What was interesting is that it was not even an adult and had some similarities to my dad. My dad used to sing and he didn't like his picture taken. As I tried to get my camera to take a photo, the cicada flew away. I take it as my dad visiting me, and giving me a message of a new chapter in life. Vaginas? Childbirth would be a lot easier though. Between this comment and that fish fucking post I saw yesterday, I need a break from the internet. Editing to add link, not sorry BC you fucking asked for it. https://www.reddit.com/r/discord. Parrots. Imagine dinosaurs with the intelligence of 3-year-old children and the motivations that come with that intelligence, including the lulls. Parrots are scary enough when they're actual size. They'd be terrifying at 10 times that. When I was a kid, my dad befriended a lady with a parrot, and she offered to show it to us children. We expected this colorful little guy who'd ask for crackers, and then we were introduced to this, to us, eagle-sized grey and red beast with a beak bigger than our fists, who looked down on us like a king who spotted an urchin in his throne room. We were equally terrified and enthralled. It was the coolest bird we'd ever seen. It almost feels like a lie to read up on them now and realize they only get 13 inches long. At the time it looked like it could take on a grown man in a fair fight. If the sun were 10 times its normal size, that would definitely be bad, but possibly not fatal to life on Earth, depending on what is meant by 10 times its normal size. Let's say we mean the volume of the sun increases by 10 times. If that's the case, it would mean the sun appears about 3.5 times larger in the sky and its radius is about 2.1 times larger. The sun is immediately becoming a red giant star and life on Earth is definitely over. The oceans boil and everything incinerates. Possibly some thermophiles in the Earth's crust continue eking out an existence. If this happens, but the sun's total energy output is magically held constant, things wouldn't be so bad. You would get weird weather effects, and astronomy would be very fucked up for a long time, because the sun is not supposed to spontaneously increase in size. Instead, the sun would look a lot dimmer and bigger in the sky. Chill. Apocalypse vibes. Centipedes, have you ever seen those things move? Hell, they're pretty freaky at the size they are. Kinda cool though? The largest species would be over 10 feet long. So currently, centipedes actually eat rodents that are larger than they are, and they are active hunters. Humans would definitely be on the menu. The way an animal that long can be everywhere at once. Quick as the wind, they'd be wrapped all the way around you multiple times, their legs digging in to hold on, as they stung you with a venom dose that was scaled for someone your size. Humans are so lucky to be physically large enough that most predators won't or can't fuck with us. I looked too long for this. Anything at 10 times the size would be quite frightening. But then again, even bugs are small for specific reasons. You know what would happen if you made a mosquito 10 times normal size? It would instantly or quite quickly die. Cats, they're cute and cuddly at their current size, but they'd be the ultimate super predator if not domesticated. May? That's a bit of a stretch. Edit. Am I the only one who realizes cats 10x in size already exist? Have you seen a Maine Coon? They grow up to half a meter tall and a meter long, 1.5 feet tall and 5 feet long. Now imagine a 15 feet tall, 30 feet long cat. That shit is terrifying. For context, elephants are usually around 13 feet tall and giraffes around 17 feet tall. Spiders. The Goliath bird-eating tarantula has a body of 12 centimeters, 4.75 inch, and a leg span of 28 centimeters, 11-inch x 10, the body becomes 1.2 meters, almost 4 feet, with a leg span of almost 3 meters, over 9 feet. Fuck that noise. That would involve expanding it by a factor of 10 in all dimensions, making it 1,000 times its normal mass and volume. If you were only to multiply its mass/volume by 10 while keeping its proportions the same, a Goliath tarantula, which normally weighs up to 170 grams, would weigh around 1.7 kilograms, and have a leg span around 65 centimeters. Still terrifying, but not nearly as bad as a 170 kilogram monster. Fortunately for us, there isn't enough oxygen in the atmosphere for an arachnid that size to survive, and I doubt its exoskeleton would be able to support its weight.